Happy Monday morning! It's Krista, and I'm just trying to poke a few of you and see if I can get a rise out of saying Happy Monday morning, because how many people loathe Mondays and dread Mondays? You know, like it's something that I've known my whole life is that Monday's a shitty day. And it's interesting because where did that come from? Who started that? And I get it. Like, I get that a lot of people work Monday to Friday and then have the weekends off. But what about the rest of us who are shift workers? And even so, even if you work Monday to Friday, where did that idea come from? That Monday sucks. And we wake up Monday morning and we feel just full of dread and gloom and wishing that it was the weekend. But let me ask you a question, because it was just the weekend. How many of you had the most amazing day ever? And how many of you woke up, say Saturday morning, feeling happy, and you got to sleep in and you didn't know what you had to do today, and then you carried on with your day and it just turned out to be like, I don't know, like not as great as you thought it was gonna, and you ended up doing these chores that were less than fun, just for an example. But you still chose to woke up feeling happy because it was the weekend. Even though you didn't know what the rest of the day was going to look like, you still chose that. And so how many mornings do you wake up on a Monday morning feeling awful about it and wishing you could go back to sleep? And then you had like an awesome Monday. So what choice could you make? Every Monday morning, every Tuesday morning, whatever day of the week it was, because you don't know what the day is going to look like. And just because it's Monday doesn't mean the day's going to suck. Like, how many Mondays have really actually sucked? So whose point of view did you buy over the years? And what can you do with it? Well, you can just choose not to have that point of view. So, interesting point of view. I have that point of view. And try that. Monday morning, you wake up feeling like shit and annoyed. Interesting point of view. I have that point of view. Interesting point of view. I have that point of view. Interesting point of view. I have that point of view. And you might just start to feel things shift and not feel so heavy. And what if you could just have fun and just be open to the possibilities of the day and choose to feel happy? Because happiness is just a choice, and so is everything that we choose. So if you could just look at everything as an interesting point of view, what could be possible? So would you be willing to just do that with everything that seems to stick you, annoy you? Say there's this person that you dread having to work with, or it could be a significant other who's always complaining about this or that, or your kids are always like bugging you about certain things, or their rooms are always a mess. That's mine. That's a big one for me. And it doesn't always work, and that's okay too, because some days you just want to eat shit and that's your choice. But like for me with my kids, or even the house in general, like the clutter all around, like you can probably see it on my table over there. When I'm feeling a certain way about anything, interesting point of view, I have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view. And then it becomes actually funny because you realize how much you let something stick you and how significant you make things. And it is a choice. And that's what's the best part about it, and what makes it so humorous, when you can step outside of yourself and realize how much you torture yourself. We are so funny as humans. So one little exercise that I'm going to invite you to try is to put your barriers down. And when I say barriers, what I mean about that is all the points of views we have about everything that keeps us stuck in the reality that we're in the little shoebox of a world that we're not willing to look beyond. So right now, wherever you may be, could you try to just, I'm not even going to say try. I'm actually going to demand that you do this, because if I say try, then you won't do it. So close your eyes and get really present with where you are, in the room you are, where you're sitting, what the chair feels like underneath you. If you're still in bed watching this, what the blankets feel like on you. And get the sense of all the energy, all the little molecules surrounding your body. And now I want you to expand that energy into the room that you're in and feel your presence within that whole room, not just the body you perceive as you, but you're bigger than that. And now push yourself into the whole building and expand out into the town or the city or the country surrounding you. Push yourself into the country, the continent, in every direction, above you and below you, out the sides of you, the front and the back. And fill yourself and push beyond all the way out to the borders of the earth, all the way through to the core of the earth, to the other side, filling the whole earth with you and the energy of you, the infinite being, not the body. And now go beyond the borders of the earth and push yourself out into the universe, beyond the stars, beyond the moon and the sun and the galaxies. And push yourself as far as you think you can reach in every direction. And remembering to go behind you and above you and below you and in front of you, all around. And when you think you can't go any further, push even further than that. That is how big you are. You are an infinite being. We think that we are just this body that we're in. But indeed, our body is within the infinite being that we are. And when you're out there, are you there? Now try to go back and think about all your worries, all your fears, all your doubts, all your anxieties, all your shoulds and woulds and coulds. And look at how small they seem. And laugh at how much we take life so serious when it's really not. When you make yourself so big and you realize how infinite you are, none of that seems to matter. None of it is important. We are the only ones who decide to make these things important to us. They're not to that person or that person. So we have infinite choices. And we're the only ones that cause the grief and the stress in our lives because we choose it. And that may piss some of you off, but everything that's going on in your life, my life, we're choosing it. And so really, how powerful are we that we're not even acknowledging? When you think about, I live paycheck to paycheck. Great. That has become my reality because that is what I have chosen. I believe that I live paycheck to paycheck, so I do. So what if we could choose beyond that? What if we could start focusing on what we actually want, the energy of what we want our lives to be, and follow that and not stay stuck in this shoebox of a life we have created for ourselves. And look at everything as an interesting point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Say this today, anytime anything pisses you off. Say it over and over and over and over again until it just doesn't even matter anymore. Have a good day.